G'day YouTube. So because a lot of you guys ask us how we film our photos take two. Because a lot of you guys ask us how we take our photos for Instagram and how we edit them and whatnot, we're gonna take you guys with us on a photo shoot. So we got a bunch of props and we're gonna do an underwater shoot. It's gonna be sick.
What? I didn't know you're filming. I'm gonna get So guys, we just got done shooting the water. Anyway, we just got done shooting the underwater photos, and while we're up here resting on the rocks, there was this snorkeler kind of going out, checking out the chair that we left underwater and the skateboard. And so we're watching him, and as we watch him, he literally grabs the skateboard and starts trying to make a run for it with the skateboard. So we're probably gonna have to go collect that on the way out before we leave. But Tyler has some nice injuries from the shoot. There we go. Wouldn't be a great shoot without some injuries. So good job, Tyler. Guys, hopefully a couple of those photos turned out. You're going to be able to see in the next couple of days. We'll be posting them on Instagram if they look good.
Hey, what's up guys? So we just wanted to do a quick Q&A on some photography questions that you guys have had. You guys tweeted them to me. And I hope that video helped with just how we go about doing like a photo shoot. Usually we'll have an idea of what we want to do in our head. That way you're not just kind of going in blindly. It helps a lot. But basically, to get the general questions out of the way, what camera do you shoot with? It really doesn't matter your camera. My friend Kraus shoots with a T3i, and he just released a video and it's epic. Like, he does really good photos. So camera doesn't matter, although we do shoot with a 7D if you want to know. Lenses also matter more than the camera, but even still, it really doesn't matter about your lenses. It matters how you take the photos and what you're placing in the photos and not in the photos and how you edit them. So with all that out of the way, let's get into the questions. First question by Brianna is, what programs or techniques do you use? First of all, programs, we usually edit with Lightroom. We download the photos to our computer and edit it with Lightroom, and then we'll do a basic touch-up there, and then from there we'll either Dropbox it or email it. That way we can get it on our phone and then do a little touch-up, more of like a styling edit on VSCO. And if you haven't already, definitely buy the presets. I just bought them. They're incredibly amazing, and they're like 20 bucks. So they make your photos like way better too. So we do that on VSCO, and then we just upload to Instagram. So basically do a basic edit on Lightroom. There's a lot of tutorials online, so I'm not going to go into that about how to do that. And then basically a stylized edit on VSCO. And that's how we edit our photos. Techniques we use, generally we try to incorporate Hawaii because that's what we have to work with, that's where we live. So we do a lot of beach shots, a lot of underwater shots, a lot of that kind of thing. Just because that's like our unique niche. So wherever you live, kind of try and find that niche. Like, what is that spot? What is like unique about where I live, and what photos can I take that other people can? And there's always something. If you live like in Arizona, it's like desert pictures. If you live in Colorado, it's like 6 snow pictures. You know, wherever you live, there's always something. Another question, which would you get? GoPro Hero 4 black or silver? It really depends how much money you have. The black is awesome. It shoots 4K video. Except if you don't need that, or if your like computer can't handle that, it's really pointless. So it kind of depends on money issues and what you're using it for. But the black if can. Okay, and last question. This one's a little more in-depth, so we're gonna spend a little longer on it. How's it going? Every time I take a look at your whale jumps, I see a perfect clean picture. I don't know about that. Teach me how to do this, and whenever I myself take one, it ends up looking like a thumbprint party on an iPhone. all smeary and blurry. I love your work, can't wait to see more. Thank you, Justin. Well, as far as that, you want to make sure you have a high shutter speed, because when you're doing a wall jump, which is when you jump up and do that, we've done a couple photos with that, but when you do that, it's a lot of motion, so you want to make sure you have a high shutter speed. That just basically means it takes the photo really fast instead of slower, and then you just balance out your like ISO and your aperture off that. You want to always get as lower aperture as you can with keeping everything in focus. It just looks a lot nicer and aesthetically pleasing. But it is harder, the lower you go on your aperture, the smaller depth of field you're going to have. So it's going to be less amount in focus. But definitely get as low as you can. That also keeps your ISO down so it doesn't look grainy. But generally, if we're doing a wall jump, we'll shoot around like 200 shutter speed if we're outside, and then just get a slower aperture you can and as lower ISO as you can. And that generally works pretty well, but you can mess around with that a little bit. But we hope you guys enjoyed those tips and tricks. I would love to see some of your photos, so tag me in them on Instagram or Twitter. And happy photographing. See you guys next week.